I am Ken Kobler. I confess with my mouth that Jesus Christ is the Lord God come in the flesh. Well, who am I? I am a witness. An openly gay man, unlike Antichrist Barack Hussein Obama, concealed gay man with his transgender husband Michael, whom many call Michelle. The spirit of Moshe or Moses is inside this shell. Moses had to come back as a gay man because Obama is gay. Moses was a judge. I'm reminded of an event that happened a long time ago. In 1997, I was training to be a private pilot. I thought about perhaps making a career change to being a pilot. During my training, I was allowed to take the plane out alone, but no passengers. I flew to a nearby airport. All of a sudden, this freak storm cell came in. Well, that meant IFR or instrument flight rules, not VFR or visual flight rules, which I was working on VFR. So I waited the storm out at the airport. After, 30-45 minutes, the storm broke and back to VFR conditions for me to fly. I did not properly do my pre-flight checklist and took off right away. I was about 100 feet off the ground and it felt like someone pulled the engine. I had carburetor icing. I had been training for this kind of emergency with my flight instructor, heart pounding as I heard directions that I practiced many times before on how to land the plane in an emergency. Abba was speaking to me. I landed the plane on the runway, no problems. Just shook up. Another pilot ended up flying the plane back to the main airport. Well, back at the main office, Deb Robinson, my flight instructor, pulled me in a conference room to talk about the incident. I remembered her words so well. She said, "Ken, you're an average pilot." I was fine with that. Then she goes, "But your judgment is up here, and that's what makes you a safe pilot." I knew to remember those words, but I didn't understand the importance of my judgment being up here. Now I understand. Recently, I have been appointed a teacher, as Abba has instructed me to look up Strong's 1256. So let's go to G1256. Dialogomai, to discuss, to preach, to speak. I have been appointed a teacher. Now I want to clear up some confusion between binding of the tares and the mark of the beast. Let's look up Matthew 13:30. Matthew 13:30. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles, to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Well, let's look up the word bundles. G1197. A bundle, well, comes from G1196. To tie, that is a shackle, from G1199, Desmos. A ligament of the body. Oh, a ligament of the body. Bind the tares to the ligament of the body. That's what the Abaddon sheep slaughter COVID-19 vaccine does. It binds the tares to the ligaments of the body. Note, the COVID vaccine is different from the mark of the beast. When one gets a COVID vaccine, they receive a paper card that can be forged, so the digital certificate ID will be offered as a solution to circumvent any forged vaccine records. The digital certificate ID is the mark. The mark is physical, has specific characteristics that differ from the binding of the tares. For example, the vaccine is administered in the arm, whereas the mark is administered in the hand or forehead. Now for a revelation that I received on the order of the trumpets of the book of Revelation. The trumpets are in reverse order from the way they are listed in the book of Revelation. Trumpet 7 sounded, trumpet 6, trumpet 5. This order corresponds to the ministry name of Jonathan Kleck. This is it, trumpet 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trumpet 7 sounded. Well, what happened? Jonathan Kleck was called to service, a prophet called to solve the riddle of ages. Let's go look at Revelation 10:7. All right. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he hath declared to his servants the prophets. The mystery of God, the riddle of ages. It didn't happen overnight, but took almost 2 decades to solve the riddle of ages. In March 2020, Jonathan Kleck rang the church bell to gather the church. Then trumpet 6 sounded. Death came. I was perplexed on the wording of Revelation 9:18. I thought killed meant dead, but was led to understand it meant separation. Let's look up Revelation 9:18. All right. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. So let's look up this word killed. G615. It means to kill outright, figuratively to destroy. Well, it comes from 575, G575, which means to denote separation. So by these three was the third part of men separated. I bring this up because though there are many deaths attributed to COVID, not a third of mankind, as Revelation 9:18 states. So when I understood that killed means separation via the vaccine, Revelation 9:18 makes sense. And it means we are close to trumpet 5 sounding. I asked Abba for a confirmation about the vaccine as part of trumpet 6. When I asked for a confirmation, I was reminded of a part of a movie called V for Vendetta, with the words, "I killed you 10 minutes ago." In a particular scene, V, the character, is killing his enemies with poison. He poisoned a female doctor who is sleeping. She awakens, recognizes him, and asks, "You're going to kill me now?" He replies, "I killed you 10 minutes ago." That's what happens with those that take the vaccine. I killed you 10 minutes ago. Killed means separation. Trumpet 5. This trumpet is to be sounded. When it is sounded, the bottomless pit opens and locusts come upon the earth. It will be like waking up in a sci-fi horror movie. The two witnesses are supposed to be able to prophesy. So let me give a prophecy. 42 drowned tigers are discovered on the shoreline of India. That is day 1 of 1,260 days of the two witnesses.